Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. You might be able to guess what today's video is by the title and the fact that I have a map behind me here. Obviously in lockdown we are not able to travel, and travelling is something that I enjoy very much. I've been watching everybody's travel vlogs and I was inspired by Backpacking Bananas and Hey Nadine. They do a couple of videos like this where they got a scratch map and scratched off the countries that they've been to chronologically in a video. So I thought I would do the same and scratch my travel fix. Is that the right term? Scratch my travel fix. Anyway, today basically I'm going to be scratching off my scratch map in my video with you guys today, just in case anyone else is missing travelling a little bit or is just nosy like me. I certainly haven't been to as many countries as Hey Nadine and Backpacking Bananas, but basically I've been quite lucky in my lifetime. I'm sure people have travelled less than me and I'm sure people have travelled more than me. This is just my personal experience. I know that I'm very lucky and I hope to travel more independently in the future when all of this is over. I got the Lucky's rose gold scratch map. I thought that the rose gold would go a little bit nicer with my room rather than just a plain one, but I think it still shows up multicoloured when I scratch it off. So the first thing that I'm going to have to do is go and find a rubber. If you can't tell by now, I'm Scottish and I was born in 1998. So the first place I'm going to scratch off is Scotland. Oh, that's just making a mark. And then I might have to use a coin instead. Yeah, that's not doing anything, I'm going to use a coin. Got my 5 pence ready to scratch off Scotland. I may have accidentally gone into England with a rubber, but we'll get to that. You can't even tell, but I scratched off Scotland. I also have family from Northern Ireland, so I'm going to assume that I went over to Northern Ireland in 1998, and I also have family in England. So basically I'm going to scratch off everywhere in the UK apart from Wales in 1998. One of my first family holidays, I don't know the exact year, I'm going to think it was about 2000-ish, was France, so I'm going to scratch France off now. I don't remember France. I would love to go back to France so that I can remember it, but I'm going to scratch that off because technically I have been there. Hope this isn't damaging the wall behind it. This is also harder than it looks and it's a little bit messy, so I'm just going to not give you guys a close-up because there's little bits that have like scratched away all over the map. It's really hard to get to the border as well. Scratched off France. There. I don't even know if you can tell. The second family holiday around about this time was Amsterdam in the Netherlands or Holland, and I actually have been back to Holland in 2013 and 2020, but those are both Amsterdam. I would love to go and see other parts of Holland. Netherlands is actually quite small. This is going to be difficult. And also around about this time, like I said, the years are a little bit hazy because obviously I don't remember a lot and my mum doesn't have the exact years, so I've had to guess. This is around about 2003-ish, so I was about 5. I think we went to Greece. I've actually been back to Greece in 2015 and 2018. I went to Santorini in 2015 and in 2018 I went to Crete. And we're still around about this time, 2003, I went on a family holiday to Wales, so I can finally scratch the rest of Wales off, but like I said, I kind of went into it accidentally before. I'll do you a zoom in. There we go. Around about this time, it's now 2004, my mum and myself went on a holiday to Sri Lanka, which is our first outside Europe, I believe. The only place I've been outside of the UK was Greece, Netherlands and France, so I'm going to scratch off Sri Lanka now. These places are all quite small. It would look much more impressive if I'd been to like Russia or something. Tiny little blue bit there, Sri Lanka scratched off. Next in 2005, me and my mum again went to Thailand. I've actually been back to Thailand last year in 2019 and I vlogged it. I'll put the vlog up in the cards up here if you're interested. I don't know how people have scratched these maps nicely. Mine is looking quite nasty up close. I don't have anywhere for 2006. I'm assuming that we just stayed within the UK or been to places we'd already been. And in 2007 I went with my auntie, my cousin and my cousin's granny, and we went to Disney World in Florida. Here we go, scratched off my first bit of America. And then next year in 2008, I went with my grandparents and my dad to South Africa because it was my grandpa's 80th birthday and he was born in Johannesburg, so he wanted us all to have a big family reunion in South Africa, so now I can scratch off South Africa. South Africa's actually quite big, so this will look nice. Then in 2011, I believe, but I might be wrong, I went to Italy for the first time. My uncle has actually married an Italian woman, so I've been back to Italy, specifically Bologna, a lot of times, but I've also travelled to Verona, Venice, Milan, Rome and Bologna, so I think that's all the places in Italy I've been, so I've been back since then a number of times. But I'm not crossing off the Vatican yet. Then in 2012 we took a family holiday with my mum, my stepdad and my little brother to Portugal. Stayed in Lisbon for a week and then we rented a car and drove out to Faro and stayed at Villa in the countryside for a week and then went back to Lisbon to fly out. I believe 2014 was the first time that I went to Southern Ireland. We went down to Dublin a couple of times since then for day trips and things, so now I can cross off Southern Ireland or the Republic of Ireland. And then also in 2014 I took a school trip with my performing arts department to New York. We stayed there for, I think it was a week or 5 days, and we saw Broadway shows. We went up the Empire State Building, we went out to Ellis Island and saw the Statue of Liberty. That was a really cool week, so now I can cross off New York. And then in 2015, the same year that I went to Santorini, it was actually on a cruise, but I'd obviously been to Greece before, so I can't really tick off Santorini again. But we went to Croatia on the cruise and it was the first time that I've been to Croatia, so I can cross Croatia off. This is quite small, it's going to be hard. Ah, dropped my penny. And then in 2015 on that same cruise we stopped at Kuşadası in Turkey, and that's the first time I've been to Turkey, so I can tick Turkey off. Turkey is looking a little bit of a mess, but I'm just going to have to excuse that. And in 2016 me and my family went on a family holiday to Morocco, which was the first time that I'd been to the north of Africa, so I can tick Morocco off. 2016 was also the year that I graduated from high school, and me and my friends decided that we were going to go on a girls' holiday in the summer holidays after school and everything was finished to Mallorca. So it was the first time that I'd been to the Spanish islands. I don't know if I'm going to count it as Spain, I've never been to mainland Spain, but I've been to Mallorca in 2016 and then I went back with my family in 2017. I might just cross off these islands and then leave the big boy till when I go to mainland Spain. And then 2017 I went to Rome with my dad's side of the family, and this is when I can cross the Vatican off. In 2018 I went to Berlin with my grandparents, which was really kind of them and I really liked it, but I think I would like to go back with friends. I think it would be a really different experience than with my grandparents, but we went round all the tourist hotspots and it was really interesting. So now I can tick off Germany for the first time. And in 2019 I just went back to places that I'd been before, like Thailand. I pretty much only went to Thailand in 2019. I also went to London, but I've already ticked England off. So the next place I went was Hungary in 2020. That was my next new place, so now I can cross Hungary off my list. These European countries are really hard to cross off. And also in 2020 I went back to Amsterdam, but Hungary was the last new country that I visited. So I think this is where I'm at with up-to-date chronological orders across the world. I'll try and give this a clean up and then pan the camera over so you can have a closer look. That is my scratch map completed. It might be less than some people's, it might be more than some people's, it's all subjective, but I think counting all this up, if I count the Spanish islands then as a country, then I've been to 21 countries in 21 years, which I think is pretty cool, and I'm 22 this year, but obviously I won't be travelling anywhere for the foreseeable, but This I think I'm pretty proud of and I can't wait to scratch more of. So give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Comment what countries you've been to down below and subscribe next week to see a brand new video. Bye guys!